Hey, y'all, welcome back to the Making Motherhood Magical podcast. I am your host, Jamie Mae Bright, and I am excited to get started on today's episode. This is episode number 10. If you missed last week's episode number 9, it is probably the most magical episode that I have recorded thus far. So you should definitely check out episode 9 if you have not checked it out. It is all about what really makes motherhood magical. So it kind of is like the whole theme of the podcast wrapped up into one nice little episode. So check that out if you haven't checked it out. Thank you so much for showing up to listen to me. I really appreciate everyone's support. I appreciate all the shares. I appreciate all the comments and likes and views. I could not be happier. We're now over 200 downloads, and I know that doesn't sound like much, but to me, I'm really excited and I'm super grateful for every single listen that has happened. So, to get started this week, our magic moment of the week. My magic moment of the week, once again, involves my kids. They usually do. But my oldest decided to come down and visit, and my youngest daughter, the 10-year-old, she lives in what we call a raccoon dumpster. She is not a very neat or tidy child. She is very goblin like in her keeping of things, and she really wanted to go to this pizza party at the library, and I told her she got a room picked up that she could go, and then 50 minutes before the thing starts, she's all freaking out because her room isn't clean because she hasn't done anything in 3 weeks in it. And my oldest jumped in and helped her get it all clean so she could go to the event. And then she also took both of the babies to the park, and it was just a beautiful day to go to the park. So that was my magic moment, is just watching my kids be there for each other, support each other when they need each other, and just truly show each other love in just super simple dimple ways. And that to me is so magical, because it's hard when you've got adult children and you've got small children, and they grow apart so quickly and so fast. And I just cherish every moment that they want to spend with each other, because I mean, my oldest kids, they helped raise the babies. They are like surrogate parents to them. And so when they come and spend time with them and take them places and spoil them a little bit, it really means a lot. So that was my magic moment this week. This week, we're going to do something a little different. For the last 5 weeks, we have been drawing cards from the Imbolc deck, and we are now sliding into Ostara season super quick. In fact, Ostara is going to be March 20th, which is a Thursday. So, not this week, but next week on Thursday will be Ostara, which is also the spring equinox. So we have equal day and night, and then we will start moving into the light part of the year, because we will start having more daylight than we have night. So I'm going to pull a card from each of these oracle decks today, because it has been big Ostara energy lately. Like, it's super springy, and I'm just excited to use this deck, to be honest with you. So let me get out the decks. I'm going to pull the Imbolc one first. And I'm not going to shuffle a whole lot. In fact, one just popped out. Sacred Space. I am 100% behind that. So, Sacred Space, mundane to the eyes, not of my own. These sacred responsibilities are mine to embrace. And it shows a lady with her broom and her little animals, and just you can tell it's a really sacred space to her. If you don't have these decks, I highly recommend them. You can get them from Rockpool Publishing, or you can get them on Amazon. They're everywhere. So this is the Ostara deck. It's peach, and the sides, it's hard to tell. They're kind of like this ethereal lavender, peach, silver. They're amazing. They're so pretty. And they have like a hair on them. So I'm super excited to use them. And then next week, I will start using the Ostara alone. So this will be the last Imbolc card, Sacred Space. And our first star card is Community Garden. To be in community is to be part of something greater than you could have ever imagined. Ooh, I like that. So our sacred space could be a community garden, which is also really cool because I'm going to be helping out with a community garden at my kiddo's school. And yeah, it is going to be a sacred space to me. Let's read sacred space first. Go. The keywords for sacred space are mundane tasks, gaining control over life, and a need for practicality. Sacred doesn't always mean extraordinary. Grand ceremonies are preceded by small, often boring labors that come together to create a masterpiece. While these small duties are often overshadowed in the grand scheme of things, they are ultimately what fuels the beautiful side of life. There is powerful magic in healing in putting in the hard work now so that you can play later. Consider saving money for a quality purchase down the road rather than splurging on things that might break or fall apart quickly. Staying in and working on a project instead of going out or compromising now for the long-term health of your relationship. When this card comes up, it may be time to be more reasonable, responsible, or practical in your endeavors. If you're seeking to gain more control over your life or situation or are failing to receive the desired results, then you are urged to shift your focus from glamorous expectations and start seriously investing the time and effort needed to create the rewards you desire. Certain tasks or engagements may not be fun, but are necessary all the same if a successful outcome is desired. So put in that work for your sacred space. Do the work now so that you can enjoy it later, is what it's saying. And boy, have I been doing work around my house. I have been like literally manically spring cleaning. I was going to say maniacally, but it's much more manic than maniacal. But it's been great. I've been cleaning windows and windowsills and ceiling fans and all kinds of just, the gunk out of life. And I am opening us up for more things to come to us. So let's see what this community garden. Community garden, the keywords are teamwork, shared resources, and building networks. To be in community is to be part of something greater than you could have ever imagined. There is something so powerful about working towards a shared purpose. One person is incredible on their own, but combine two marvelous people and amazing results can unfold. Imagine combining the shared talents of dozens of like minds, all contributing their individual knowledge, experience, and enthusiasm. Your collaborative efforts could move mountains while also fostering a sense of mutual respect and shared growth. The importance of rebuilding a supportive network as it relates to your question is underscored by this card. While you can continue this journey alone, you will find your load lightened significantly by communicating openly about shared goals and allocating resources such as time, energy, and attention to equitability among partners or a group of diversely talented people. This will be heightened if you have been struggling to make significant progress. Bringing in additional support could reinvigorate your plans. You may also consider working with an advisor, therapist, teacher, or other qualified professional to bring a renewed sense of perspective to your situation. Surround yourself with like-minded individuals who share your values and aspirations. With time and commitment, you will naturally inspire each other to achieve more than you might have done on your own. I like that. Community garden. It's all about collaboration. It's all about us sharing our thoughts and our dreams and our desires and all of that with other people. And we can really bring a lot of joy by bringing people together. So you look where you can plant a community garden, not necessarily like literal, it could be metaphorical. But yeah, let's see where this next week you can collaborate with some people that are like-minded and see what kind of wonderful things you can come up with, because we're amazing when we work together. We're pretty amazing when we work alone, but we're really amazing when we work together. So I love that for this week. And let's go ahead and get started on today's episode. Today's episode is all about a new year and goal setting with the Aries new moon. Now, I know you think new year, that's crazy. But honestly, right now is the beginning of a new year. It's the beginning of the astrological year. And so Aries is the first sign. We go into Aries. The moon goes into, no, excuse me. The sun goes into Aries on the 20th. On the 20th. So that is when the first cycle of the zodiac begins. So we're going to talk about why we should be using the new moon as an energetic new year. We're going to talk about the significance of Aries as the first sign of the zodiac and how it symbolizes fresh starts, independence, and action. And we're going to talk about how this new moon differs from the calendar new year, January 1st, and why lunar setting is more aligned with natural cycles. So, first and foremost, the significance of Aries as the first sign of the zodiac. Aries is ruled by Mars and is the first sign of the zodiac, symbolizing new beginnings, independence, and action. Its position at the start of the astrological cycle gives it a unique pioneering energy, making it the perfect time to initiate fresh starts and bold pursuits. So, the Aries energy is so much more not really goal setting, because Capricorn energy is great for like structurally making goals. And so people do work with that energy in January and the new year in January. But I honestly I buy an undated calendar so that I can start my planner in March. This is my new planner. I just started it. I've got March all filled out, got my moons and everything filled out. And I highly recommend, if you do not have a planner that you can follow the moon cycles with, it's one of the best things that I've ever done is start really following the moon cycles. So I highly, highly, highly recommend having something that you journal, you write, you set goals, you know, whatever kind of planner it is that you want. There's all kinds of really great planners out there. But yeah, get you a planner, start it now. Start it with Aries and see if your goals are different. See how it changes. With Aries being the first sign in the zodiac wheel, it does mark the astrological new year, but it also is ushering in momentum and renewal. Because it's ruled by Mars, the planet of war, passion, and drive, Aries is fueled by action and determination. Aries is also the cardinal fire sign. Aries initiates movement, acting as a spark that ignites new ideas and ventures. So Aries energy is really perfect for setting New Year's resolutions, New Year's goals, all of that. Aries is also represented by a ram or a goat. Some people call it a goat. It's more of a ram, but not a goat. Goats, rams are sheep. Sorry, rams are sheep. Goats are goats. Aries is a ram, but I don't know if you've ever seen like a wild ram. I live in Colorado, so we have bighorn sheep, and you can see them climbing up the sides of cliffs. It's really cool. But rams are fearless climbers, and they symbolize boldness, courage, and the will to forge ahead, even in uncharted territory. So we're literally looking straight in the face all of these energies that are perfect for starting our new year. Aries is all about fresh starts. It carries the energy of birth, renewal, and spontaneity, making it the perfect time to set new intentions and take decisive action. Aries also is very independent. It thrives on self-sufficiency and confidence and encourages individuals to trust their instincts and carve their own path. Aries is also very action oriented. Unlike signs that focus on reflection or patience, Aries is all about doing, moving, and achieving. It pushes past fear and doubt. So, how are some ways to harness Aries energy for growth? First and foremost, harnessing Aries energy is a great time to start something new. Whether it's a project or a habit or a mindset shift, Aries energy supports very bold action. And who doesn't want bold action at the beginning of their year? So think about what you want to plant in your garden. It could be literally or metaphorically. What do you want to move forward with the next year? Now is a great time to start setting it down. You definitely should trust your instincts. Aries teaches us to act on gut feelings and take risks without ever overthinking. It's a great time to be fearless. This is a time to break through self doubt and step into confidence. And when you are focusing on Aries energy, focus on self empowerment. Aries energy encourages personal leadership and independence. So remember, with Aries as the first sign of the zodiac, it represents the energy of pure potential. It invites us to embrace fresh starts, take risks, and move forward with unwavering determination. This is the cosmic push that you need to stop waiting and start doing. That's what energy Aries is all about, is doing. They tend to burn really hot, really fast, and maybe not burn as slow as, like, say, Leo or Sagittarius. But with Aries energy, it's all about do, go, 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 do now, think later kind of situation. So it's all about being in a time of action. So that's what we want to do. So why is the Aries new moon, the true energetic new year? It marks the true beginning of the astrological year, making it a powerful and natural time for setting intentions and embracing fresh starts. While many people celebrate the new year on January 1st, the cosmic calendar aligns more naturally with the start of Aries season, the first sign of the zodiac, ushering in new beginnings with fiery momentum. The Aries new moon always occurs after the spring equinox. Our new moon is going to be on Saturday, I think it is, the 29th. Saturday the 29th will be the actual Aries new moon, and then the sun goes into Aries on the 20th. So that's why we're doing it. Next week, we're going to do an episode just about Ostara. And so we will go into the history of Ostara and really just dive deep into that turn of the wheel. Ostara is one of my favorite holidays. I've always loved Easter. I've always loved the renewal of spring. I've always loved the daffodils coming up and the tulips coming up, and all those bulbs waking up and coming to life. And my plants are going crazy. They are waking up and like, hey, it's springtime, and like showing immense growth very quickly. I'm very happy with my house plants right now. In fact, I've got some behind me that are peeking out over the top. But yeah, it's all about a time of growth. It's all about new beginnings, but having a fiery momentum with that. Unlike January 1st, which falls in Capricorn season, which is really, Capricorn is all about being structured, disciplined, and very slow building energy. Aries is a bold, instinctual, and full of fire energy. It's perfect for taking action on new goals. We talked already about it being ruled by Mars and how Mars is the planet of action, drive, and courage. Aries energy is ideal for goal setting because Aries encourages fearless decision making and risk taking, making it the best time to set bold intentions. The Aries new moon invites passion driven goal setting, unlike traditional resolutions that often feel forced or unsustainable. So now is the time to do some action, to make some steps in the direction that you want your year to go. nature itself is in a phase of renewal right now. As plants bloom and animals emerge from hibernation, our energy naturally aligns with this cycle of growth. So, Aries new moon versus January 1st resolution. So, Aries new moon, which is always going to be in March or April, is very action driven and passionate. It's very instinctual and bold, and it's all about new beginnings. It's natural renewal in nature and the fiery momentum for new projects. So that's aligns very well with starting the new year versus a January 1st resolution. They're disciplined but slow moving. They're long-term structured planning type energy. It's midwinter, so it's lower energy. Right now, the energy is very high with everything springing in spring. So it's it's just easier and it makes more sense naturally to follow the flow of nature and to not be trying to redo not trying to redo all these new things and make all these new improvements in the middle of winter when everything is dead around you. The energy is super low, the light is super gone. It's a very dark part of the year. It's just a couple of weeks past Yule, which is the darkest part of the year, the longest night. But it's very heavy goal oriented kind of pressure, the Capricorn January 1st resolution. So it offers the new moon, Aries new moon offers a cosmic reset aligned with natural rhythms, making it a perfect time to set intentions that truly stick. So set bold and fearless intentions. Like, think about what excites you the most. That's what you need to be setting resolutions and goals for, is what sets the fire inside of you. Working with the Aries new moon energy, it's about taking immediate action. Don't wait for the perfect time. Done is better than perfect. Just start doing the thing, whatever it is that you need to do. If you are trying to lose weight, now is a great time to be like, not I'm going to get fit, but I'm going to take the dog for an hour-long walk 3 times a week. You need to set those goals and intentions to be very specific, because that's the way to conquer them, seriously. You can also use fire-based rituals like candles, visualization, anything that brings fire to activate the energy. Dance movement. I like to dance, and I like to dance in my rituals. So if that is the thing that you like to do, that's, make a bonfire and dance around it to activate that energy. And always trust your instincts. Aries thrives on gut feelings and spontaneity. So as the Aries new moon is the true energetic new year, it is a chance to ignite the new beginnings with the universe's full support. So if your January resolutions fizzled out, now is the time to realign and reset and to take action. Take action right now. New moons in general are the best time to set intentions. And with Aries being the first sign of the zodiac, it makes it the most powerful new moon of the year for fresh starts. So it only makes sense to be realigning ourselves with this Aries new moon. It's a true fresh start because it happens in spring, the season of growth. This new moon arrives after the spring equinox, a time of rebirth and renewal, making the ideal moment to plant seeds for new goals. This can be physical or metaphorical, as we spoke of earlier. Now's a great time to start seeds. At least it is for here in Colorado. We cannot plant anything outside until after Mother's Day. And so we have about 8 weeks for things to grow inside under lights before we put them outside. And that is exactly what I'm doing. I'm actually starting a whole bunch of stuff for the community garden, as I spoke of, and then just stuff for our house. But you can set intentions with the seeds that you plant, and you can watch it grow in front of you. Like, it's literally a plant that's growing your intentions. So don't be afraid to do a little spell while you're planting your seeds, to do a little blessing, whatever it is that makes you feel connected with what you're planting. Now is a great time to do that. Um, some reasons that January 1st resolutions often fail, as we talked earlier about that midwinter energy. January is deep in winter, and it's a time when our bodies and minds naturally crave rest, making it difficult to force motivations. That way, when people make resolutions in January, they often feel very forced. The calendar new year encourages goal setting based on social pressure rather than personal alignment with nature's cycle. And while Capricorn season is great for planning, it does not have the spontaneous momentum that Aries brings, leading to slow starts and early burnout. So now is the time to embrace that spring energy of renewal and action, to get into that natural rhythm of planting seeds and watching them grow. And because of all the astrological momentum, it makes it so much easier to initiate change right now. So we're going to talk really quick about the 4 main moon phases. After Ostara, I'm starting the 4-week series, and we're going to go through each of the 4 main moon phases and talk about what we're supposed to be doing during them. What are we doing during the first quarter? What are we supposed to do during the full moon? Well, we know the new moon is a time for setting intentions and taking the first step. Then the first quarter is a phase for pushing past obstacles and refining actions. The full moon is a time for celebration, clarity, and manifestation of the seeds planted during the new moon. And the third quarter is a period of reflection, release, and preparing for the next cycle. By following the lunar cycle, goal setting becomes more fluid and sustainable, avoiding the all or nothing mindset of January resolutions. So the Aries new moon is really the best time to set goals. It offers the perfect cosmic energy for setting bold and inspired goals. Unlike the artificial January 1st reset, it aligns with seasonal and lunar rhythms, making it easier to sustain motivation. And working with the moon rather than against it creates a natural flow of progress, reflection, and achievement. So instead of struggling with forgotten resolutions, why not reset with the Aries new moon and ride this cosmic wave of momentum? It is the perfect time. It really is. It's time to look at what you're doing and see if it is a bold action of independence, because that's what we need to be doing right now. We need to be stepping out and being bold and not being afraid to show up authentically every single day. And now is a great time to set those intentions, to set those resolutions. I personally always like to write everything down, and we'll talk in a little bit why writing it down is very important. But the Aries approach is about starting now and adjusting as you go, and staying driven by the passion that you have behind these resolutions. Aries is ruled by Mars, as we've talked about, the planet of action, making it the zodiac's go-getter energy. Aries doesn't wait for the perfect moment. It creates momentum by acting first and figuring out things along the way. Overthinking often leads to inaction. When you hesitate too long, fear and self-doubt creep in, preventing you from ever taking the first step. Aries reminds us to just start taking the first step. Embrace imperfection. This is all I try to strive for every day, is embracing my imperfection with grace and gratitude. Aries energy encourages trial and error. It is so much better to make a bold move and adjust rather than to stay stuck in analysis paralysis. And we do that as moms so much. We analyze the shit out of everything. And then we end up not taking a step forward because we've spent too long beginning to doubt ourselves, really. And Aries mantra is done is better than perfect. The best way to start is to simply begin. And that is what we want to do with this Aries new moon, is to set to set those resolutions and know that they are flexible. They are not written in stone. In fact, if you want to write them in pencil, I highly suggest that. I think pencil is way underrated. Don't get me wrong, I am a colored pen. I'm not going to say it. I like them. I'll do anything. It's like Klondike bar. I'll do anything for colored pens. But I love working in pencil because then for some reason it just doesn't feel so permanent and it doesn't feel so overwhelming. And I know I can change it because it's just in pencil, right? It's just in pencil. So you can change it anytime you want. So think about using a pencil. Unlike traditional goal setting, which often focuses on logic and obligation, Aries Energy asks, what sets your soul on fire? What brings the spark in you to a full flame? What do you do on a regular basis that just truly aligns with who you are and your identity? That's what we want to be chasing. That's the energy that Aries is talking about. So, when you're thinking about what sets your soul on fire, career goals, follow what excites you, whether it's starting a new project, applying for a dream job, or launching your own business. Make sure you're chasing your fire. For personal growth, break out of your comfort zone, learn a new skill, embrace your independence, or take a bold step towards self-improvement. So maybe you don't meditate. Maybe you want to start meditating as self-improvement. Now is a great time to start doing it. To start out with 2 minutes of meditation and then add another minute and then add another minute until you're up to, what's comfortable for you. I like a good 20-minute meditation. I feel like I can get in my body, get in my brain, and then get back out of them all in 20 minutes. And so that for me, that's what works for me. But do something different. Try something new. Health and fitness, Aries thrives on movement and challenge. So set a goal that energizes you, like a new workout routine or a personal fitness milestone. I just set a new milestone for myself. I don't know if many of you know this, some of you know this, but after Clara was born, I found out that I was diabetic, and I decided that I was going to not be dependent on insulin. I was going to lose the weight, and I was going to, be in better shape. Over the last 10 years, because Claire's 10, I have lost about 60 pounds. And I used to jog. When we lived in Jacksboro, I would jog on the trail, and I worked my way up to a half marathon. And I just decided in the last couple of weeks, with this Aries energy just coming down upon us, that I want to run a marathon. I do think I want to start with a half again because a marathon is a little intimidating, but setting that fitness goal, that milestone, that's something that you can work towards, is so compatible with this Aries energy. So don't be afraid to set a goal that seems scary, because like Aries says, set it now and then we'll figure it out as we go. So that's what I've been doing. I got a new pair of Hokas. I got a new hat from Lululemon, and I am ready to hit the trails of Pueblo and get some miles in. I am not built for speed, but I am built for distance. I will go forever. So I'm super excited to get back to marathon training because it really helps my mind, it helps my soul, and it helps my body. It is a trifecta of goodness for me. Setting goals. When you're talking about relationships, Aries energy pushes for authenticity and directness. So set goals for open communication, expressing your needs, or deepening connections fearlessly. Think about this when you're setting your goals within the Aries energy. If I had no fear, what goal would I chase with full confidence? And then that is what I want you to chase. So, like I said, if it is a job, you really, really want this other position, start hammering away at getting it now. Start applying for it now. Start planning for the next season of growth right now. So whether it's your career, your personal growth, your fitness and health, or your relationships, chase whatever it is with full confidence, because Aries energy is behind you. It is behind you 100%. And it is carrying the momentum that you need to get shit done right now. When you are setting your intentions, be bold, but also be realistic. While Aries loves big dreams and ambitious goals, success comes from channeling that fire into clear and actionable steps. Make it specific. Instead of saying, I want to get in shape, try, I will complete a 5K run in 8 weeks. I'm already doing over a 5K right now. So that is what I'm working on with Zeke. I'm trying to get my speed up in the 5K, and I'm just trying to get my distance with the rest of it, because I don't care anything about time. I am all about just getting the miles in. But yeah, don't say I want to get in shape. Say I'm going to do X, Y, Z, and then do those things, but make it actionable. Aries needs motion. So break down your goal into steps that you can take today. What is something that you can do in 5 minutes today that will help you reach your goal? That's what I want you to do every single day, is take one little teeny tiny step. And there'll be some days you take giant steps, but every single day, look at your list of stuff and go for it. Find another 5 minute what you can do to make this closer to being real. Also, when you're setting your bold but realistic intentions, make it authentic. Set goals that reflect your true desires. Do not set any intention based on society's expectations. So stop. Stop worrying what other people are thinking about whatever your goal is. Take the leap. You do not need all the answers at the start. You just need to go. Trust your instincts. If it excites you, it is worth pursuing, and keep moving. Momentum creates confidence and success. Think about this for just a second. What is one bold step you can take in the next 24 hours to get towards your goal? One step. Every day, we just need one step. And if we take lots of little steps, we're going to get to where we want to go. It's literally how the universe works. The universe wants us to be successful. The universe wants us to have abundance. The universe is on your side, whether you think it is or not. It really is. So now we are going to talk about the power of writing and speaking intentions. Goal setting is one thing, but bringing goals to life is another. The Aries new moon is all about taking action, and one of the most powerful ways to activate your intentions is through writing and speaking them into existence. Studies show that writing down goals significantly increases the likelihood of achieving them, while speaking affirmations out loud amplifies energy and accountability, both key aspects of Aries' action-oriented nature. So, what is the science behind writing down goals? I'm going to tell you. Writing engages the brain's reticular activating system, also known as RAS, and it acts as a filter. It helps your brain focus on what's important. So when you write your goals, you signal to your subconscious mind that these are important because you're writing them down. You're activating that reticular activating system. And Dr. Gail Matthews at the Dominican University found that people who wrote down their goals were 42% more likely to achieve them than those who did not. Also, clarity equals manifestation. When you write down your goals, it forces you to define them clearly, making it easier to take action. So a great strategy to use with this Aries energy is to keep a goal journal and write your intentions during the new moon. Keep them visible to remind yourself of your mission. Let's see if I can pull up my part in here. In my planner, this is called the Legend Planner, and it's amazing. I got the bigger version because I like a big fat book, but it has a spot for 3-month goals. So I have 5 goals filled out for the next 3 months for March, April, and May. And on the other side, it has action steps that you can write to make these goals for real. So I have this with me every day. I have a little bookmark in it so I can see it. But I also love Post-its. Post-its are the best. You can put affirmations on Post-its. You can put intentions on Post-its. You can put anything you want. You can just make a Post-it with a smiley face to remember, smile every once in a while. But Post-its are one of my favorite ways to keep things visible. And then I also adore having a planner that has a place for it. So it's definitely something I suggest is to keep a journal, write your intentions, and keep them somewhere you can see them. Now, speaking goals out loud. When we speak, we activate energy. And when we speak, we also begin to hold ourselves more accountable. Words carry energy, so speaking goals aloud transforms thoughts into reality by reinforcing them in your mind and sending their vibration into the universe. Hearing yourself say your goals activates belief. Your brain processes spoken words differently than thoughts, making them feel more real and achievable. It also helps with accountability. Speaking your goals to a friend, mentor, or support group increases commitment, and Aries energy thrives with external motivation. So have someone on your side. Let your best friend know, hey, I really want to train for a marathon. This is what I want to do. Make yourself accountable in ways that other people can help you remember what your goals are, because oh yeah, she's training for a marathon, and then people ask you, hey, how's your marathon training going? And the more you speak it out loud, the more it's is spoken into reality. And that's really what it's all about. It's about manifesting our reality. So try a morning power affirmation or speak your goals into a mirror daily for confidence and motivation. In just a second, I'm going to do some powerful affirmations for the Aries new moon that you can write down. So if you have a pen or a pencil and some paper ready, that would be great. How to use writing and speaking to supercharge your intentions. First, write goals in the present tense. For example, I am confidently pursuing my dream career. State it as a fact. I boldly take action towards my goals. Use positive, high energy words. Don't use, I will not. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to, eat sugar. Instead, maybe I am going to eat more fruits and vegetables and, crowd out my plate. And whatever it is, always make it a positive goal. Don't make it a negative goal. Read your goals out loud daily. Keep them top of mind and activate their energy. If you don't check in with them, you kind of forget what they are. And that's why I love having it in my planner, because I can flip over to them and be like, okay, what are my goals this month? What do I really need to focus on? Because it's easy to think that I need to do the dishes, I need to do the laundry, I need to sweep the floors. We all feel like we need to be doing that at the same time, but sometimes we need to stop with the housework and focus on what we're really supposed to be doing, whatever that is. Having a place where it's written down gives you that advantage to be able to go back and review it and know, oh yeah, this is what I'm working for. I am working for this. I am doing this, and here are my steps. Here are my actionable steps over here. Affirmations plus action. Say it, believe it, and then take one bold step to make it happen every single day. Using both writing and speaking to reinforce your intentions, you are channeling Aries' fearless energy into action. A challenge for you. I want you to write down one goal and say it out loud with conviction. One goal. I am going to make it to a marathon. How does it make you feel? That one goal that you say aloud with conviction, how do you feel inside? I feel confident. I feel ready. I feel driven. I want to put on my tennis shoes right now and go for a run. I really do. In fact, I may do that after I'm done recording this episode because it's so nice outside. But write down one goal and then say it out loud with conviction. All right. If you have a pen and paper ready, or you can just pause it and get this later, but I have 10 powerful affirmations that you can use for the Aries new moon. 1, I boldly embrace new beginnings and trust in my power to create my own path. I like that. 2, I take fearless action towards my dreams, knowing I am capable and strong. Number 3, I am filled with passion, purpose, and unstoppable momentum. Number 4, I release fear and hesitation, stepping into my confidence with ease. Number 5, I am a leader in my own life, courageously pursuing what sets my soul on fire. Number 6, every challenge I face is an opportunity for growth and transformation. Number 7, I trust my instincts and follow my heart with clarity and determination. Number 8, I am worthy of success, happiness, and all the abundance coming my way. Number 9, I ignite my inner fire and take action with enthusiasm and excitement. And the last one I really like. I am limitless and the universe supports my boldest dreams. So how can you use these affirmations? You can write them in a journal. You can say them out loud every morning or before your goal setting, and you can repeat them during a new moon meditation or ritual. So write it, speak it, do it. That's kind of the whole gist. Write it, speak it, do it. That's what we want with this new year and new moon. Because Aries is a fire sign, candles are great to use. You might want to use a red candle or a gold candle to declare your goals with confidence. Some crystals that are good to work with are carnelian because it's good for action. Pyrite is great for success, and bloodstone is great for courage. Some herbs that are good to work with are ginger, cinnamon, and rosemary, all for fiery motivation. And if you like to work with tarot cards, like I call it intentional tarot, you go and you pull a certain card and you like focus on its energy. The Fool is great because it's brand new beginnings. And then also the Emperor has a very, very Aries energy and also has that discipline. So that might help you with your goal setting. So that is about all that I have for today. I'm looking through my notes to see if I forgot anything. Overall, I want you to feel comfortable with starting the new year with spring, because that is what nature is doing. Nature is starting new, and it is time to start new. Avoid overthinking and just start. Break your big goals down into manageable steps and embrace mistakes. Embrace being imperfect because it's a perfect time to be imperfect. Don't forget to journal. You might want to make a vision board, anything that keeps you in action and in motion towards your goal. I want everyone to feel like it is time to start fresh and to go after what they want. I would love to hear any stories that y'all have about your new moon goals. You can share them here in the comments, or you can email me. I'll have my email in the show notes. And yeah, next week we're going to be talking all about Ostara and what a great celebration we can have celebrating the new year coming in. So thank you again for showing up for me. Thank you for showing up for yourself. Thank you for sharing with your friends. And until next week, moms, just keep making magic.